Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
All eyes were on 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, flanked by two of his teammates here. You can see he took a knee during the national anthem. This is part of the quarterback's continued efforts to raise awareness about social injustice and police brutality in America.
Mr. Trump's criticism led to sideline demonstrations yesterday at stadiums across the country.
Just this past weekend, a 25-person team of Pee Wee football players in St. Louis, all 8 years old or younger, kneeled and faced away from the American flag during the national anthem.
The President of the United States took time out while, it is worth noting, over 3 million American citizens in Puerto Rico are without power, to call Colin Kaepernick a son of a bitch. Kaepernick's own mother, incidentally, magnificently responding, guess that makes me a proud bitch.
SOB, referring to NFL players who peacefully protest racial injustice. SOB, that language far stronger than what the president said about white supremacists in Charlottesville.
We're talking about the actual acts of the protest. Well, Colin Kaepernick took a knee. The guys raised their fists. The guys locked arms. We still not talking about the issues and what Colin Kaepernick originally brought to the table, which were the police brutality and the inequities that lie within our system.
Those in the left trying to make this about race, even though it clearly is not. Let's take a look. You know, the only person who's trying to make this about race is the person who started these protests. Remember Colin Kaepernick, called President Trump, Hillary Clinton, both of them racist.
It hurts me to see people taking a knee when we are supposed to be joyful about living in this country.
A lot of these people need to take a knee on a pew and pray and reflect and adopt an attitude of gratitude for the blessings of this country.
The NFL is in a very bad box. You cannot have people disrespecting our national anthem, our flag, our country, and that's what they're doing.
Well, and what's amazing is that I'm not convinced that these guys all agree or even know what they're protesting.
The talk has been more about me, more about, I know a lot of people's initial reactions thought it was bashing the military, which it wasn't.
The president comes out and says this is not about race. That's a little bit like saying I'm not a crook. If you have to say it, you're already in trouble.
I certainly disagree with, what he said and thought it was just divisive.
But listen to these booing Patriots fans who sided with the president.
New England Patriots owner Bob Kraft, who gave Mr. Trump a Super Bowl ring and contributed to his campaign, says he was deeply disappointed by the president's comments. Kraft said in a statement, "Our players are intelligent, thoughtful, and care deeply about our community, and I support their right to peacefully effect social change."
You want to be an overprivileged, ungrateful person? And I'm not watching your game, and I'm not wearing your shit.
This wasn't about disrespecting the military, disrespecting the flag, police, first responders, none of that.
This fan decided to burn all his Pittsburgh Steelers gear.
You're not going to disrespect our country. You're not going to disrespect our flag.
It's bigger than me. I got a daughter. She's going to have to live in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure, she can look at my dad, look at her dad and be like, hey, we did something, we tried to make a change.
Go to hell. All of you.
I love my country. I love America. I love the veterans that fought for my freedom and for me to be able to have this freedom of speech. But at the end of the day, there is something that needs to be done.
At the end of the day, we unite as one. Nobody's going to divide us.
You want to convince America that this is about social justice and the Constitution? Then maybe you ought to get off your butts and do something positive for the country.
Before the singing of the national anthem, please join Ravens players and coaches and the entire Ravens organization to pray that we as a nation embrace kindness, unity, equality, and justice for all Americans. Thank you. And now, to honor America, please stand and remove your hats and join us as we honor our nation with...
You know, this country stands for freedom, liberty, justice for all. And it's not happening for all right now. To me, this is something that has to change. And when there's significant change, and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent, and this country is representing people the way that it's supposed to, I'll stand.